Let's go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of Talk Smack with Mac. I'm with Stephanie, a small business owner of Desert Oasis Treasures, man. She has some good stuff for us local Vegas people, anywhere from anklets to bracelets to earrings to all that good stuff, necklaces. Anything. She is crafty, and she also shows local Vegas love to the Golden Knights. She has a lot of Golden Knights jewelry as well. But yeah, man, how you doing? I really appreciate you getting on.
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on. I'm really excited to, talk to you and talk to your fans about what I have to offer on my Etsy store.
I'm excited for that. Make sure I don't scoot back too much because I might break my own shit right now. I'm trying new angles, folks. Trying to see, what my good side is.
All the sides.
But tell me how you got started with the Etsy store.
So actually, it's a really interesting story. My dad was having this silent auction at his work for a no-kill animal shelter. And I was always into making stuff, especially jewelry when I was a kid. And he asked me, it would be cool if you could make something and donate to the silent auction. And I was like, okay, well, what are you thinking? And he was like, well, I don't know. Maybe you used to be into jewelry. Why don't you take that back up again? And I was like, well, I don't really know. I'll think about it. And I got really into watching the Knights when they first started to come out, because it's our first team here in Nevada that we have to call our own, which is...
Shout out to Golden Knights.
Yes, for sure. So I was thinking, it would be cool if I could make something Golden Knights themed because, you always go into the store and they got these plain, same old earrings, just the Knights logo on a little hook. I decided I needed to add like some fun and some flair to that, because it's boring. You're a girl, you want to accessorize, of course. So I decided to make some pieces, and when I finished, I put them up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, just to show my friends what I made. And people actually came into my messages and said, where did you buy that? I said, I didn't buy it. I made that. And they were like, oh, well, can
Make
I buy
another
it?
one.
Yeah. They were like, can I buy it off of you? And I was like, you really want to buy this thing that I made? And they were like, yeah, of course. And so long story short, people's interest was what kind of inspired me to start my own Etsy store and put stuff up there that I wanted to share with people and that I think they'd like.
That is awesome. Not only are you doing something that you enjoy, but people's interest probably feel good, like a good feeling on the inside. People want the stuff that's how I feel with the podcast.
Exactly.
You guys are listening to me? Exactly. You guys like what I'm saying? And for you, you're like, bitch, you like this?
Exactly. And based on that, I just did 100 sales so far on my Etsy store. We've been open for a little over a year now. So thank you.
I need a sound bar where I could just do claps.
Yeah,
my buddy has one of those. That was a clapping moment. Congratulations. That's exciting. And you've been, your Etsy store has been open for how long?
A little bit over a year. We just had our birthday, I want to say June.
Mm-hmm.
So just a little bit over a year. So I think it's a pretty good milestone for our first year, just a small store, just advertising on social media and word of mouth. So yeah.
Well, kudos to you, because not only is 100 sales impressive, staying consistent for a year is impressive. It's a lot of fucking hard work. People don't see the behind the scenes, what goes on, the taking the time to make the stuff, to post the stuff, the descriptions, the mailing it out or getting it, shipping it to wherever it needs to. That's a lot of work. And are you doing it by yourself?
I am. This is all by myself, out of the house. Thank you.
I'm gonna hit the button again.
The dollar store is my best friend for this position. So
I can imagine. Go find your cute little knickknacks for cheap, and then make it look pretty damn good. All right, so tell me, you went from people sliding in your DMs asking for the jewelry that you made. What happened after that? How did it become a business? How did you start to grow?
So I had heard good things about selling on Etsy. I was talking to a girl in my accounting class, and she told me she does really well with her knitting on Etsy. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I should check it out and try. So then I just started to do the whole process of setting it up, getting a store name, my background information, product information, all the whole 9 yards. And then I just started marketing that as well as social media, and I made it its own little Instagram. I don't really use it as much as I should, but and I would just post it everywhere on any of my social media. I would ask my friends, "Hey, why don't you model this for me and take a picture while you're in it?" And then just link my store at the bottom of the picture. People see it, they like it, they go and click on the link, and so that's just been the gist of it. It's kind of winging it a little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
Do you have a plan now as far as where you're taking it to the next level or the direction that you're going?
Definitely. What I really wanted to do is start to get into like a physical store.
Hmm.
It's been a little bit difficult, but I have some options on the table right now as far as getting it a little tiny piece of it into a store. And then really the overall goal would be to make like a larger business out of this. One of my sorority sisters, the alumni, is Betsy Johnson, where if you know anything about jewelry, she does like these really obnoxious, pretty pieces that girls like. So that's kind of a goal, is to maybe follow in that footsteps and, grow a business into something that I can do full time.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Um, Not only is a 9 to 5 boring, but these days with the power of technology and social media and the platforms that we're given, a lot of people are taking that and running with it. The 9 to 5 is no longer the norm. So to be able to start your own company now and potentially, depending on how much hard work you put in, you could take it to wherever you want to go. It's a matter
Definitely.
of just selling yourself because the product is there. The product is nice. People like the product. It's a matter of selling you. So I think that as soon as you go into a store with your confidence and you show off your accessories, people are going to fall in love with you, and then they're going to sell your product. If they fall in love with your product too, which I know they will, you're going to fucking blow up and succeed.
And that would honestly be great because, I mean, 9 to 5 in this kind of world, really, it's unreasonable.
And it's too hot in Vegas for that
It
shit.
is way
You
too
know,
hot. Where is our monsoon season? Where has that been?
we got a sprinkle for a couple seconds a couple weeks ago, I think. I don't know.
Not on my side of town. It
Yeah.
was dry as a bone.
Yeah, it's hurting out here. Yeah, the 9 to 5 is not it's not the way to go, but
No.
it's 110, 115 out. Screw that.
Yeah.
All right. So what are some of your favorite accessories that you make on your Etsy store? Or give me your 2 favorite and give me 2 fan favorites or buyer favorites.
Perfect. So my personal favorites are the Golden Knights products that I have. Those are so much fun to make. They make me feel like like I'm doing something great for the community as well. But they're super cute. So I make earrings. I can do bracelets and necklaces as well. So it's all girl jewelry. Sorry, guys, I'm working on it. But
Yeah, we want some Golden Knight shit too.
I bet you do. So right now it's just girls, but I like to take the actual logo, the real logo from the Golden Knights jewelry. I cut it off of whatever it's attached to. It could be a plain necklace or some earrings, and then I add kind of a flair to it. So what I have is a lot of gold pieces, and silver as well for my girls who like silver. And we have the secondary logo. It's shaped like a 8-pointed star, I believe.
Mhm.
So, and I have these pretty jewels that attach to that. So you have kind of like the whole logo and the whole Golden Knight theme about the piece of jewelry. And not only that, I mean, you'll be different from the other girls who show up at Knights games, which is the plain jewelry that they bought.
Yeah,
from the
you stand out
fortress.
for sure.
Yes, and that's what girls love to do, is they love to stand out
Mhm.
and have something that nobody else has. So
They like to be seen.
exactly.
And
Exactly.
sometimes by having different type of jewelry it helps you be
sure.
seen a little bit.
For sure, exactly.
Yeah, I feel that. That's I was just talking to one of my buddies about this recently. A lot of my friends are selling their own their own clothes,
Mhm.
right? And some people buy them just because nobody else has it. Other people buy it because they want to support. Other people buy it because it looks cool. So you have your different types of people. But for those that buy it because nobody else has it, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Why go out and wear Nike and Adidas and all this other shit if I could wear my own or wear my buddies that's trying to get to Nike and Adidas are? I'm going to support those guys.
Mhm.
So referring back to your jewelry, why go buy the boring stuff in the local shops or in the Golden Knight shops? Get that and then some by checking your stuff out.
Exactly. And I've always liked having something that was different, something that nobody else had, nobody else was wearing. I've never liked having the same thing every other girl has, you know? It's not different, it's not fun. It doesn't show your personality through your jewelry, which is kind of the point of jewelry in the first
Hmm.
place. So,
Now, let me ask you. Let's say I'm a girl and I hit you up. I go to your store and I send your store a message, and I'm like, "Hey, I want this, and I want you to do something special to it." Do you do orders like that?
I do custom orders for sure. If you can give me a good idea of what you're looking for, and kind of have the same direction, that way we're not going off on different things. If you're good at describing what you want, I can usually do that. Most of my custom orders are people wanted a different color or a different size, but I'm definitely open to suggestions. I'm open to people telling me what they like, because if you like it, what are the odds somebody else is going to like it
Yeah,
too and want to do
exactly.
that as well, you know?
Maybe that could be something that you add to your normal uh,
Exactly. Yeah.
portfolio.
Yeah. So it's like kind of like free
You're
ideas,
helping
you
me
know?
out.
Yeah.
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 Hey, I'm all for free ideas, and your mind is not as strong as a thousand minds. So if
Exactly.
you got other people, hey, girl, make this. This would be so cute.
Yeah.
You got to take that and be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna check that
Yeah.
out.
And
I'll do
I
that.
love it when they're so excited that I did that for them and then I
Hmm.
took the time out of it. And you usually do it for no charge at all because it's just fun to
No,
do. I'm
I
gonna do it
appreciate
anyway.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
appreciate you giving me an idea to think outside of my box.
Exactly. For
Yeah.
sure.
All right. So you spoke on the Golden Knights a little bit. I want to ask you about some sports.
Okay.
On my podcast, I talk a lot of sports, but I'm not limited to sports. But give me some of your favorite sports, if you have any, and if you do, some of your favorite teams.
So nobody's gonna like my first answer. My football team at home would be the New York Jets. So you gonna kick me off now?
She's leaving very soon, folks.
We're also, Mets fans, so not as bad.
Hmm.
So
I think the Mets get a pass.
yeah, so do I. Just because I love baseball, and then of course, like I mentioned earlier, a huge Knights fan, just because it's the team that now it's our first ever team
Hmm.
that we get to like worship
It's
and
our
get to
baby.
embody. Exactly,
And
exactly.
it's an expansion too. It's brand new.
Yeah,
It's not like we're stealing anybody else's
for sure.
tea. The
Exactly.
Golden Knights came here, and regardless if you watch hockey, if you're a hockey fan, if you know the players, if you don't, Las Vegas is going to show that love. And when it
Definitely.
comes to hockey, fuck yeah, that's me. I don't know anybody on the team, and I'm a sports guy. It's something that I have to learn, something I have to add to my forte. But as far as the love and support that I will show for them, fuck yeah,
Yeah,
because it's
for
Vegas,
sure.
man. That's
And
homegrown, and we're representing.
exactly. What's really cool too is they just launched the Henderson Silver Knights, which is like
Yeah,
the Henderson
yeah,
hockey
they're
team. Their
triple A
little,
team,
yeah, their
kind
little
of. Yeah,
baby that got
yeah.
turned into the Golden Knights. So now we're like kind of growing our own within our community too.
Hmm.
So it's going to be not only just our team, but it's going to be our team of possibly our people,
Yeah,
which is so
that's
cool.
that's so cool because Vegas shows support.
Oh yeah,
Vegas shows love. And if we have more platforms from people from our neighborhood to be able to get on and show their talents and succeed, that would make me happy. I would love that. That's why I have
oh
the
me too.
podcast. Let me get
Hmm.
everybody on my platform, and let me show you off.
Yeah.
I got some buddies that run the You Know What It Is podcast, and they do only Las Vegas talent. They get everybody from Las Vegas and in our neighborhoods and on their platform, and they're saying, "Hey, man, we're trying to help you grow because I appreciate where you came from and what you're giving back."
Exactly.
So, yeah, man, I love that with the Golden Knights and any other team that we'll get in the future. I know they're talking about soccer and stuff.
Oh, are they really? I
Hmm.
didn't even know about that.
Yeah, they're building a soccer stadium or field,
Oh
whatever it is. I'm not sure,
wow. We're
but
really coming up out here in
and
sports,
and
huh?
we're trying.
Yeah. It's
As soon
about
as
time.
as soon as gambling went to like an online thing where it wasn't really a big deal
We're bored.
anymore, they're like, "Hey, man, we can't punish Vegas for gambling if everybody's doing it sitting on their couch."
Exactly.
So I kind of feel like when that became the norm, the need for a Las Vegas sports franchise became apparent.
Definitely. And especially as, Vegas is such like a big city among other people, to not have a sports team kind of feels like we're missing out on being part of the big boy states.
Hmm. It makes sense.
Yeah.
We're a team or a city that runs off of tourism, right? So people can now start planning their trips accordingly to their football team playing here, to their baseball team playing here, to their soccer team playing here, whatever it is, their favorite women's basketball team. We could say, okay, hey, we're gonna go in there July 22nd because that's when so and so is gonna be down there.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then not only are you getting to experience that Vegas life, but you have your favorite sports team too. That's like a vacation of a lifetime.
Yeah. Which is actually interesting that you bring that up, people traveling for a sports team. A lot of my Golden Knight stuff went to New York. Can you riddle me that? Yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask some of my hockey buddies,
why that is.
those diehards. Maybe we like took some players from some New York teams.
Oh, that's possible.
I don't even know if there's a New York team out there. I don't know.
Do people usually commit to a team, or do they commit to a player? Because if players are moving around, then you got to change your whole, team for the player.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm not buying that one. Try again.
All right. So I wanted to ask you about health and fitness.
Oh, sure.
We were talking about it earlier, and I keep on hearing out in the outside world, and most recently on JRE, the Joe Rogan Experience, that the United States, we're looked at as like the fat country, the fat, lazy people. And, by all means, we deserve that shit. There's so many lazy people that don't prioritize their health. Their diet is shit. And then do you think that has correlation with why our COVID numbers are so high in the United States?
I would have to say so. There's been a lot of studies that I read into with, working out and eating right, obviously, boosts your immune system. So it makes sense that we have kind of, a weight issue here, and then still a corona issue.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also a shame that we are seen like that. I follow a bunch of people on Twitter who aren't from the US, they're from different parts of the country, and they really look at us like kind of like sad, yeah, and it's terrible. So, but I would agree that there's definitely a correlation between exercise and your immune health.
What do you do for exercise? What are some of your go-tos?
So I actually hired a physical trainer at the kind of beginning of COVID, just to have, it was an app that would tell me what to do, but that kind of stressed me out a little bit. And I stopped doing it after like 2 weeks. So, but it got me started into, a routine of being, holding myself accountable for working out. And so what I actually got back into, I really looked at what I love to enjoy as a kid. If there was a sport or an exercise you'd like to do as a kid, odds are you're going to like it now. And I remember when I was a kid, I would ride my bike for miles and miles. Didn't matter, rain, super hot outside. I remember I tried to ride it when it snowed here back in like 2012.
Did you bust your ass about
that? Oh yeah, I did. I learned real quick, you can't ride a bike in snow. But as a Nevada kid, you don't know that.
We do not know. It just sounds like fun to us.
It did sound like fun. I was like, this is perfect. So I decided to take one of the bikes. We have a ton at home, fix it up, put the air in the tires. And I actually was doing like 5-6 miles a day without even noticing. I would just look at my Apple Watch and it said, you did 6 miles. And I was like, oh,
hey, good
really?
Shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, you really have to look at what you enjoy and not really worry about, what anybody says you have to do, because if you don't like cardio, you can still get in shape without doing cardio a little bit. So you really just have to look at what you personally enjoy and then just put your whole heart into that, especially if you're just trying to maintain, like a girl, we're not trying to like lift. Well, not me, at least. I'm not trying to lift or like, get super muscular. So for me, just a little bit of exercise throughout the day and then watch what I eat a little bit. And it kind of just worked out.
I feel like it's crazy what happens when you just apply yourself a little bit.
Yes.
Get out there, do 30 minutes of cardio, go for a walk your dog, do something, get off the couch.
I started with walking too. I was like, I don't really need to exercise. I could just walk. It'll be fine.
So you're one of those girls out there just
speed walking? Speed walking with the dog. She's usually pulling me. Yeah. So, I mean, I have to speed walk anyway. But yeah, so just starting somewhere. and just, you don't have to go out when you haven't been exercising and do 12 miles. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I was trying to get up to a mile a day, and I gave up because I didn't like it. So you just got to find something really that you enjoy doing and just stick with it, and just raise the bar a little more each time that you do it.
And don't live up to anybody else's expectations but your own.
Your goals are your goals. When you get there, you get there.
Yeah.
And that's up to you.
Don't worry about how the people next to you look.
Yep,
look about you. Look at you. Focus on you.
For sure.
Keep pushing. Keep going hard, and make it a lifestyle, not a temporary thing.
Exactly.
You know, getting healthy right now is what everybody should be focusing on, so we can help pass these times. So, yeah, man, get out there. Try it 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. Continually just apply yourself a little bit, and good things will happen.
Exactly.
Well, I really appreciate you hopping on the podcast. You have no idea how difficult it has been to try to get a female on my podcast. They're like, hey, man, we don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. But no, I appreciate you getting on, because it's going to do big things for me. And I only see big things happening for you in your future. So thank you. I truly appreciate it. The stage is yours to tell people where to find you at, social medias, websites, all that good stuff.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, I want to say thank you as well for having me here. I'm honored to be one of the first girls you've had on the podcast. Like, that makes me feel so special. It was really fun to have this conversation. But for my Etsy store, you just go onto Etsy and you type in Desert Oasis Treasures. So it's all just one word. My store should pop up before you even get to the O in Oasis, to be honest, because I'm the only one out there. And then you just can click on the store. You can see all my listings, the prices, everything is ready to rock and roll. And then I have a special little treat for any of your listeners today. If they find things they like, maybe for themselves, for their girlfriend, because the holidays are coming up very shortly. Yeah, if your girlfriend likes the Golden Nights. Anyway, if you like anything, you can use this promo code. So it's going to be MAC20, and you'll receive 20% off your order.
MAC20, baby. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. And I need to get some of your decor to go on my wall.
Oh, definitely.
I want to fill this wall up. Oh, I know you will. Free advertisement. What?
Oh, hell yeah.
I got you. Yeah, man. Well, everybody, that sums it up for another episode of Talk Smack with Mac. This was a good one. This is a local business owner in Las Vegas trying to make a name for herself and her store. So check her out. Peace.
Hear me now, see me now, feel me now. Deaf, blind, and paraplegic flow. Loose minds and influential notes. No time for accidental pose. News tied around potential growth. You kind cannot protect the throne. My kind connect the do's and don'ts. Your side just grows the tree for smoke. My side controls the tree for clone. Stay high, altitude unknown. Gray skies with yesterday's report. Grew shy, but now an extrovert. Due time is mine to make it work. Recognize the worst, never feel the pain. Gotta bring the hurt, opposites has changed. Deep breath, readjust the aim.